Okay, we've opened up Paint Shop Pro, and we're going to show you how to add a background to an image. And you can use either a tube or you can use a JPEG. I think I'll use a JPEG. I'm just using a sample, so I'm going to take this right from the desktop. And I'm dragging this out. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is take the white background out of the JPEG. To do that, we click on the magic wand, which is this figure right, this thing here. Usually the type will come up, but we've got the magic wand, and we click in the image, and you see it's called marching ants will come all around the heads and in the border. You can see them, I hope. Those are called marching ants. Then you hit the delete key. Okay, now we got a color there, so we want to go promote to layer and hit it again. And now we've got the white background. You can hit it a couple of times. If the image disappears, just go edit undo up here, edit undo if the image disappears. So I've hit it a few times, the delete key that is, and we'll see. Okay, that's pretty good. So we do selections, select none, and that'll take the marching ants away. Now this image, if you can see it down here, is 2944 by 756. So what I want to do is create a new blank image. So I go new, and I want the size to be bigger. The size is 3200 by 820, which is bigger than this one. So I say OK. Now, let's say we want this greenish turquoise color as a background solid color. So we'll go with that color. If you want to change it, you go like this, brings up the color chart, and you can do it red, you can do it whatever you want. Okay, you can select what you want, and there's the new color there, there's the new color there, but I'm going to stay with this sort of aquamarine, and I'm going to say OK. So now you use the flood fill tool, and it says fill an area. See, when you put the thing on, it says draw an image using an airbrush. It tells you what the tool is going to do down the bottom. But we're going to use flood fill, which is fill an area of the image with a foreground or a background color. So we click on that. We want this color here. We wanted just change for some reason. We wanted this one. So now that I've selected that color again, I'm going to right click, and there it is. It's filled. So I'm going to go to the thing here. Now I go down to the picture, and I right click, copy. Go up to the image, the background is in here now, then I right click and I paste as a new layer. Okay, now here it is, it's in, and so what I want to do is just make it a bit larger. And you can see that there's white areas. That's from the original. It didn't come out because they were in the individual pictures. Each one there was a little bit left. So now you go to this tool here, and it says at the bottom, down here, watch how it changes when I go over the tool. Okay? Choose a color from an image or color pattern. So I click on the eyedropper and I click in here. And now you notice up here that this is going to be the paint color. On the left is the foreground. So we go to the paintbrush, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, and you start painting in. Now you're going to spend some time doing this, okay? And you're going to paint in there, you're going to paint in here. I'm just showing you just a little example. I'm not going to do the whole thing. Okay, we can paint, you paint out the white. If you don't, it will stay in the finished picture. So you've got to take this out. Now I won't take the time now to do it as well as detail. This is really for an example. Now let's bring it down. I'm going to try to reduce the picture because the last step we want to do is I want it down even smaller because we're going to crop it now. This is the cropping tool, and it'll say in the bottom, select and crop an image. So we put the cropping tool on, and we drag down. You know how to crop. And what I'm trying to do is I want the bottom done. I want her back to be the edge of the picture, and I want to keep this as much as we can up here, because and I double click in there, and it's going to crop in a second. And normally you would do all the filling in of the white, and you crop it. Computer's very slow to act right now. Excuse me. Well, what you do is you crop it, then you can put in use your text, and you can type in text, whatever you want, and basically that's it. So you form it, repeat. Let's go over what we did. Create a new image, put in the background, right click on the flood fill tool, copy the image that you want to go in the background, and place it as a new image, insert it above it. Then you paint through any errors, white areas that still show, then you crop it, then you can add text, and you're done.